Hey, welcome to Sunday Sudden Victory, everybody. Uh, I'm your host, Ralph Nyberg. This is along with my co-host, Roy, and this is where we recap everything. Well, not everything. We recap some of the things that happened this weekend, and mostly things that we got an opportunity to see live. But anyway, we've got um, chat is open on YouTube, so go ahead and jump over to YouTube if you want to chat. There is a live drop-in link in the chat on YouTube and in the comments. So if you think you got something to say and you're willing to come out here and say it, then this would be a perfect opportunity to speak your mind, test your podcasting skills. How are you tonight, Roy?
I'm great, great. Yeah, come on the show, give us your take. It was a great weekend of wrestling. How am I? I'm good. I got a chance to work out this weekend. Nice, chill weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I even got to the gym a couple of times, so that's awesome. All right, so welcome in, everybody. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to talk about. So this show is usually a little faster, a little shorter than the Wednesday pod, so we have less topics, but we'll start with Roy's recap at 65 kilograms. We have my recap at 74. We're going to talk a little bit about Michigan, quick review of what happened since we had the Michigan on Michigan violence this weekend. Might as well give that a little talk, and since I was there live. And then Rumblers and Tumblers, the main segment here for this weekend. Sometimes we have special, not just Rumblers and Tumblers, but things like Fumblers or Bumblers. And so this week we have a Bumbler, which is going to be fun and exciting. I think this is the first time we've had a Bumbler on this particular show. So if you're in the YouTube chat, why don't you go ahead and take a guess who you think this week's Bumbler may happen to be. And then at heavyweight, we've got a new segment called On a Run. I'll explain more about that when we get there. But let's go ahead and jump in. And Roy, why don't you give me your recap? Whoops.
All right. My recap, ISU keeps winning. They beat Stanford, they beat Arizona State, and they aren't wrestling all their starters all the time. So it seems like Dresser just kind of knows what it takes to win these duels. And I don't think they've lost yet.
Yeah, they did. Ohio State.
They lost to Ohio State?
Yeah, for the true winner of the national duels.
Oh, that's
title.
right. That's right.
Yep.
But I was at the Stanford thing, and then I watched the Arizona State on TV. So they keep winning. MMA finally got a win at RAF. So a lot of those matches were kind of felt like huge matches. Sarukian beat Lance Palmer, which I wasn't expecting. I think it was a first period tech.
Yeah. I felt like beat him is not a strong enough word.
Yeah. He just went to that that 2-on-1 and just took him down, and then he gutted him too. I did not expect the MMA guy to hit a gut wrench, but in any event, he won big, and so maybe there's a little bit of a weight disadvantage, but maybe now there's a way to make these matchups competitive is just give the MMA guy a little bit of a weight allowance.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny, like an MMA, 10% right. MMA, weight allowance, or yeah. I mean, he looked great. I mean, that was dominant, and you can tell he had some good training partners because he looked like a freestyle wrestler, you know.
Is Bo acting or a real heel? I cannot tell anymore. If he's really pissing everyone off, or is this all part of the show? More will be revealed. Ohio State won 45-0 over Indiana, and I just put that in there because I feel like this year more than almost any other year, I'm seeing scores like 40-0, 46-0. There was once a time when you'd wrestle some of your backups and get them some matches. Maybe some of those 40-0s are backups winning matches, but it seems like a lot more than what it used to be, these 40-0 kind of things.
Yeah.
Jack's first. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say that it looked like they were mostly starters, but there was at least one backup in the OSU lineup.
Like one?
Yeah, right.
So, I guess you got to qualify the weights, or maybe they just wanted to go out and get some matches. But I noticed that Jack's Forest, lots of debate. Is he going to wrestle right away? Is he going to redshirt? He's going to do this and that. He's going to use his 5 dates. Well, he went out tonight and he won his first match by fall in the first period. OSU versus OU. I don't know if it's over yet. It's kind of happening right now. And
Yeah.
just a shout. Go ahead.
I say congratulations, Jax.
Yeah. That makes 133 crazy interesting to me. And OPRF news. Rundell takes fifth at the Doc B. One of the toughest tournaments, the toughest tournament this side of the Mississippi. And he was a 4 seed, took fifth. Good showing for him.
Yeah, he looked good. I dropped in on a couple of his matches. The first one I saw was his first loss, and he got handled pretty good in that.
The pin there.
Yeah, and then the other matches I saw, he did much better. He's got that little dump that's pretty unstoppable for a lot of guys.
Right. When he wins, it's just like you just can't stop that move. But when somebody can stop that move, it seems like there isn't like a plan B.
That's how it appears. But he wins a lot of matches with that move. So definitely, yeah. Nice to see OPR kids doing good. And he placed in Greco last year, right? Nationals. Pretty sure. He did. So yeah, he's tough. The wrestling Rundells of OPRF fame. All right. So my recap. So starting off, RAF always delivers. Even powering through the drama, which was the biggest drama was obviously the announcement that nobody made weight, and then there was kind of rumblings online that they changed from like day before to same day weigh-ins. Like they modified
a lot of finger pointing after the fact, that they changed from day before to same day. I heard that one person was told in writing the wrong weight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And just a lot of like, what the heck?
Yeah, like it was like crazy, right? I mean, it's all goofy. And then like when you saw like Bo wasn't gonna face Romero, and then like you just like, oh man, and then like because like we had no idea what to think of Stephen Buchanan, right? I mean, like you don't know what this guy is, and then like, oh, he's gonna go in and he's gonna take this spot, and PD3's not wrestling, and Bo's not wrestling. Like there's some like logical thing they could have just done something there to rectify.
Well, the online rumor was Bo said no to the
match. That's
PD3,
and I believe it. Why not? And then but even with all of that, once the card got rolling, like you said, you got MMA guys, like Tekken national finalists, and you got DeSanto. I said the belt looks good on DeSanto. I mean, like he just went out there and did work. And then and also he looked great on the mic. They had him interviewed after. I mean, like, so everything was like super awesome. That was fun to see, and just generally like a good card. And
the most surprising thing of all, Hayden Henschel getting the first takedown.
Oh yeah, I was like eating so much crow. I'm like, what? What is Bo Bassett doing? I was like ready to call an ambulance for poor Caden Henshaw, and then like he goes out there and just like takes him down. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I guess we'll never know.
Well, it makes some of these other matches seem less gimmicky, that he's got some skill.
Yeah, right. He is a D2 All-American. So
I heard he's not actually. Anyway.
No, he didn't qualify his senior year, but he had qualified.
Oh, okay.
I think he was ranked 1 like his senior year and didn't qualify, but like he had qualified the 2 years before, I think, or something. Michigan dominates Michigan State. Not a surprise, but it was still like, really impressive. Cornell Lehigh was good fun. I think that's always a great duel. So it's nice to see. And when you look at going to your point of the 46-0, 45-0, 38-3 and all that, like that was like a legitimate in the balance, guys getting bonus, like guys pulling out victories in the last few seconds. Just a great fun duel. And I also had Iowa State rolling. So yeah, put it on ASU pretty good, and then they really put it on North Dakota State, which has like they've only got like 3 or 4 ranked wrestlers, but Zeke Witt, they've got some tough guys,
Yeah.
and so to come out there and just 36-3 is really impressive. So yeah, very good. All right, Roy. Oh, still me. All right, quickly go through the Michigan recap here. Michigan dominated Michigan State 43-3. And really could have been worse, but no, they looked really good. I think that Michigan is sort of rounding into form, and they've got guys that drop matches, Catcher Bone and Matt Nonas will like drop a match here and there, but the team's got some real potential. I think the GVSU women took 4th at NWCA. They went 2-2 with a loss to Iowa, but a respectable loss, 15-26 to a very good Iowa team. CMU took 5th out at the Wrestling Coach Association duels. They lost to Northern Illinois, which is I saw them beat Northern Illinois last year, so just in terms of like a metric, like
yeah.
And they lost to San Diego State. MSU was at Michigan, and then the GVSU men went 2-3 in NWCA, so they were one dual victory away from placing out there. So pretty decent showing. It's only been, I think they're in their 3rd year as a program, so they continue to be a quality team for sure. So very fun. All right, Roy. This is everybody's favorite section, rumblers and tumblers.
Rumblers and tumblers.
Why don't you go ahead and give us a quick explanation of a rumbler and a tumbler?
All right, a rumbler is somebody who is moving up in the spiritual rankings, even if they aren't moving up in the rankings. So someone who was maybe not thought of as an All-American who is now becoming an All-American candidate, or someone who was not thought of as a finalist who might be a finalist now, or someone who was not in the champion conversation who now is. A tumbler is someone going in the opposite direction. Someone who, it's not just dropping a match. It's a little more of an overall, like, we're not sure, or I'm not sure, or you're not sure how they're going to do in the postseason. There's some questions that are coming up that weren't there before.
Yeah, and we also expand this into RAF and things like that as well. So, but the same general concept applies there. All right, Roy.
And of course,
accountability.
Once you're a rumbler or a tumbler, you're on sort of the accountability list. So we check in with you, see how it's going, see if we were just wrong about you, or if you're continuing to rumble or tumble. Ryder Block, who is our rumbler, took a loss to number 15 Zargo. Did you see that match?
Yeah, I saw the match, and he got beat. It was it's a competitive match. I guess the thing that I think about is it's a perfect example of like a rumbler and tumbler, right? In the sense that it's not a terrible thing to take a loss to number 15 Zargo, right? That's
right.
But if you have plans on All-American finishing in the top 8, then this is something that might raise an eyebrow, in terms of that. So go ahead. And then
Braxton Amos, he lost a sudden victory to number 5 Ben Keeter from Iowa in the Wisconsin-Iowa duel. But I'm still glad he's on our rumbler list. As we've mentioned many times, years ago, he was a world champion at this and that, at age level stuff, and then had some injury or health stuff going on, and he's back, and he seems like he's definitely in All-American form. He's winning a lot of matches and having sudden victory matches with the number 5 guy.
And he did
J.O.
He did everything but win that match.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Amos was the better wrestler in that match, but Keeter won. So.
Yeah. It's a slow uphill. You win or you learn. Jordan Oliver beats Real Woods again. That was 100%, and this is in RAF, by the way. That was 100% set up for let's get the correct results.
Yeah, right.
And even with Jordan Oliver missing weight, so even if he wins, the belt is vacant. And somehow he did it again. He scores a step out in the last 10 seconds of the match.
Yeah, like
Wins
3
on
seconds.
criteria.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Um, kind of crazy. There's actually some Imar posted a video with some comment about that stuff out.
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Um, so in any event, that happened. Um,
Yeah,
Wits.
Zeke Witt took a loss to 11 Poulin. Again, there's no shame in losing a match to, internet legend Steve O'Poulin. But
Right.
again, when you start talking about you're talking about you're a rumbler, we're thinking you're going to All American, or we're thinking you're going to be champ, or whatever the context might be. And it's like, got to win some of those, right? Can't just have a bunch of close matches. You gotta start scoring some victories. Uh, Conway continues to roll, protect his way through the
Yeah.
tournament.
He
And
didn't necessarily wrestle like a ranked guy, but he's teching people he's supposed to tech.
yeah.
He's looking really good.
And Caleb Larkin went out, and Waters not spelled correctly there. I think there's two T's, but anyway. Well, Caleb Larkin went and beat Zerbin and Waters, right? Bumped up a weight and then
Yep.
did some work. So he continues to impress, and now he's in an even more competitive weight. On the tumbler side of things, we don't have a lot of details yet. I just put AJ impounded. I'm not sure if that's his car or him or what the heck's going on, but it wouldn't be AJ Ferrari without a story, right? And so we shall.
You have the graphic?
What's that?
You have the graphic?
No, I decided not to, but yeah, so AJ had a warrant. I thought it was kind of funny. Someone said, how can they not find that guy? He's a, and I'm like, so I went and looked and asked Grok how many outstanding warrants there are in Texas. And Grok was like, well, there's no true numbers, but there's like 300,000 in Houston.
Okay.
So there's like 1 million outstanding warrants in Texas. I mean, if you skip traffic court, you get a bench warrant, so it's like,
right.
Anyway, thought that was funny. Rio Woods tumbled again. I mean,
yeah,
kind of got fed an opportunity to
make the universe right.
show what I know, right? At least he didn't walk out there with his bronze medal on. But anyway, he took the loss to JO. Fujit, who we took some unranked losses early, but got her done this weekend. Went out and beat number 4 Drake Ayala, whose record is like 5-5. So he probably's not going to hold on to that. I mean,
that number 4.
It's 5.
And that's a reversal from last year, right? Didn't Ayala tech him last year?
Yeah, and Ayala has lost like 1, 2, and 3. I mean, they're not bad losses, right? And Antrell Taylor with an explosive pin off Buell from Purdue. So he was rumbling a little bit there, but maybe he's corrected and righted the ship a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. But it's such a fun weight, 157, and with Antrell, being back to Antrell, it makes it even more fun. All right, Roy, who are your rumblers?
All right, my rumblers, the guys from Lehigh are back. Luke Stanich and Ryan Crookham. They wrestled against Cornell. They both won close matches against tough guys. Stanich needed a last-second takedown to get it done. But they both won. And all year, there's been questions about, never a question of are these guys awesome, just like, are they going to wrestle this year or not? So they were both there. Lehigh won the duel close. And looking forward to second semester. And there's a few guys that are second semester only this year. It'll be interesting to see how they do at nationals, if that becomes a strategy or
right. A lot of big names.
A lot of big names. Shapiro
and Ragusin from Michigan, second semester only.
And then Jax Forst, who's also a second semester only. For slightly different reasons. He just I don't know if he graduated high school or just said to hell with it, but he's not in high school anymore.
Took his GED instead.
Yeah. And got a first period pin in his debut against Oklahoma. And he's obviously he had won the bronze medal for 30 seconds, and then they took it away from him.
All right.
But Jax Forst, Oh, you're adjusting all our boxes.
Yeah, we got Will Smith in the house. Jump in whenever
Nice.
you want, Will.
So those are my rumblers.
Yeah, no, fun to see Jackson. I think he graduated because he did get admitted to the
That's what I heard.
well, he got admitted into Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to be admitted into college to wrestle for him. So that's for sure. All right, very good. My rumblers, I got Austin DeSanto, RAF champion, looked great doing it. So much, so fun. He brings a lot of energy. He's going to be a great champion for them. I thought, he improved. Wrestling looked great, and his interviewing was great, except that he was holding the belt backwards. But, he was like speaking in sentences and like just, really focused and like really excited. So great for him. Super excited for Austin DeSanto and Raph. I think they got a good champion there. I think he'll be able to defend a little bit. We also have Caleb Larkin. So Caleb Larkin, he's already a rumbler for us, but because he's moved up a weight, he's now a rumbler at 157.
Right.
I feel you earn that if you come out and you beat like two ranked guys in your first two matches, then we can consider Caleb Larkin a All-American candidate in a very, very deep and exciting weight.
Well, he might be like a promoted rumbler. I mean, would he be ranked number 2 at 157?
That's PJ Duke, right?
Right.
I don't think so.
No, PJ Duke's number 1, right?
No, Cannon is Ohio State.
Oh, I thought Ty Waters was number 2.
Oh, what happened there? All right,
anyway.
What do you think, Bill William Smith, our guy? Sometimes people just magically find open Zoom rooms and jump in.
Just wanted a front row seat.
Front row seat. All right, I'll give you like a couple minutes to jump in, Bill, and then I'm going to have to exit you. All right. Very cool. My tumblers. You know what? I got an honorable mention before I go to my tumblers for rumblers.
Okay.
Because I really thought, none of us knew what Stephen Buchanan was. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he never wrestled freestyle in his life. And so it was like really hard to figure out what do we got there? And he's in the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and they take a little bit of abuse, but they win,
Yeah.
So I thought he looked great. He looked strong, he looked fast, and he looked like he had pretty good technique, and I think he's in the mix for 2028 97 kilograms. You got, who else is in there? Josh Barr, Schneider.
Yeah.
Is that, what else do we
Schneider's
have?
the main.
Yeah, right. So, but Snyder's just getting older, and
yeah, that's true.
So I thought that's an honorable mention. Steve Buchanan on the Rumbler list. I probably should have thrown him in there. Really impressed. And like I said, it's about are these people looking to be RAF champions or Olympians and things like that? And he made a statement that he's here. From a tumbler standpoint, I have Rio Woods. He was already a tumbler. I felt like I had to double down that the bronze medalist. He got beat. It didn't bother me, but what was surprising to me is that he got beat the exact same way he got beat. Oh, we got a Sam in here too now. Gonna mess up all this stuff. He got beat the exact same way, right?
Right.
That was,
it was a last second criteria thing.
Yeah.
And
it's just literally got suckered into the exact same, type. And then Ty Waters. And again, not great wrestler, right? But another guy stepped into the mix at 157 that already has, Antrell Taylor and Cannon and Duke, and there's so many good wrestlers in that weight class. And then so to take a loss to Larkin. I mean, I feel like it doesn't mean he's not going to All-American, but it gets me, a little concerned that where he falls into the mix of all those super highly talented guys. Sam, William, and you guys got any thoughts on this? We may have to come up with a new.
That's fair. I mean, Ty, yeah, he's got that leg defense where he's like definitely like a scrambler, and he gets you into that knee bar position. And I think the loss might be more than just a loss, but I feel like Larkin figured it out. And that can be a problem if you're a scrambler. If once people figure out how to finish your like unconventional defense. So I would agree with those tumblers.
Yep. Okay. Fair. I asked William to leave because he wouldn't talk to us. Sam, you got anything going on here? Yeah. We're going to have to come up with a new system.
Yeah.
I am going to report Sam. Give me 1 second here. Offensive? That's fair.
That's fair.
I'm not going to take a screenshot, but it makes me take a screenshot? I guess I'm not reporting Sam because I don't have a screenshot. All right. Very good. Sorry about that. This is no longer a call-in show. All right, Roy, who are your tumblers?
Penn State 141. They're on the third guy. Braden Davis is great. He might even All-American. But Penn State traditionally had a curse at 125. And it feels like that curse has gained some weight in the offseason. And now it's 141. So the clear number one team is just trying guys out. Former 125 pounders, former 133s. And we'll see. So Penn State 141, I'll be keeping an eye on that as a tumbler for the year. Ryan Jack from NC State took an unranked loss. I'll be going to Stanford versus NC State this Friday. So hopefully I get to see him wrestle. Yeah, that's going to be a great duel. And I think we're at the point in the year now where the starters are all going to wrestle.
Yeah, I think I think Illinois Michigan's this weekend. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and get Dad to come up, but we'll see. I think that's this next weekend. Well, that'll be fun. All right. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I think Braden Davis ends up being the 141 and
oh yeah.
We'll see what happens there. Oh, here we go. So, most weeks it's just rumblers and tumblers, but there are some additional classifications that we have. So sometimes you have a fumbler, but this week we have a bumbler. And the bumbler for this week is our good friend Bo Nickel, for a variety of reasons. But let's see. I have this.
So let's like just tell everyone what happened before.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
Bo Nickel was supposed to wrestle Yoel Romero, who just came off a tech fall win of Pat Downey, and it was a match a lot of people were excited about. And as we mentioned, some of the RAF weigh-in rules got all changed, or allegedly. I don't know, but they switched it from day before to day of. And so Yoel missed weight. Anyway, the bottom line is Yoel missed weight.
Right.
And the story is that Bo was offered to just have the match anyway, and he turned it down, which is his right to do. He didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so that's what happened.
All right. So, he's Bo Nickel, who, also we must mention that the day before in the press conference, got sort of punked by Colby Covington.
Yeah.
And he kind of got in at Colby Covington and things like that, and he's talking about how he wanted to wrestle them. So he's calling out 38-year-old 170 pounders and Luke Rockhold, So he's asking the day before he asks some guy who is literally a weight class below him to wrestle him. And he kept making this comment, we're the same weight, blah, 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 blah. And like, so that's part of the context too. So I'm going to play this. Our guy, I think I can get the audio working. Hold on, let's go. And go.
What's up, everybody? If you haven't already heard, I unfortunately won't be competing tonight at RAF5. Really bummed about it, but Yoel was not able to make weight. He came in at 212 pounds, so 7 pounds over what the arranged weight class was, which is unfortunate. Had he been within striking distance, even a couple pounds, we know we could have made it happen, but 7 pounds is a lot to give up at this level. And like I said, I'm super bummed. So my apologies to everybody that came out to watch, who's not going to get to see me, but I'll be back, looking to reschedule another match here soon. And, like I said, I appreciate y'all's support so much. So I'll be back soon and see y'all then. What's up, everybody?
Okay. So we have that. And it's so weird on so many different levels. It's a wrestling match. It's not an MMA match. Right. He was wrestling. He basically wrestled up a weight an entire season with one of his wrestling titles, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, he's really. And then the guy's 48 years old. And right. I mean, like, so it's crazy that he turned down the fight. And then he's a bumbler because, like, Yoel comes out and looks like a bus driver. Yeah. So, like, he bumbled an opportunity to absolutely destroy Yoel Romero. What if he beats Yoel Romero now? It's nothing. Right. I mean, everyone thought Yoel Romero was like the greatest wrestler in the world for what he did to Pat Downey.
Right.
But now, like, I'm sure Bo's probably going to call Yoel out tomorrow after watching that match. But, like, I don't understand. I mean, I thought Raf, like, recovered well, did a great job.
Yeah.
But, I mean, give me a break. And then he did the interview on Raf. And he's like, these guys, they're not 205.
Yeah, during the show.
Yeah, during the show. He's like, they're not 205 pounders. I'm 205 soaking wet. Like, okay, then cut weight, bro. I mean, like, that's part of combat sports, right? You can't be like, oh, those guys are too big for me. If they make the weight, they make the weight. And, like, I don't understand, like, how you would go from, like, I mean, I understand why you would want to go from, like, same day or next day to same day or day before to day of weigh-ins, because it aligns better with, like, the international competition, right? I mean, so whereas, like, day before is more boxing, MMA type of style, right? Or wrestling previously. So I understand the shift, but you got to give people an opportunity to, like, know about it. Right. Yeah. And it was kind of interesting when they interviewed Buchanan, he was like, no, I'm never going down to 205.
Yeah.
Again. And so I don't know. The whole thing was very confusing, but I mean, I just think that Bo Nickel, like, just flubbed his way through that whole situation. And I don't think he could have done it worse.
Yeah, exactly. And he kind of, like, during his interview, he said, anybody who's wrestled and made weight, like, understands what I'm talking about. And it was kind of true. But this is also, like, kind of not true. This wasn't, like, a real championship match. Right. So what? And he's not even, like, a real, neither one of them are, like, Olympic hopefuls anymore.
Yeah, right.
This was like a RAF match.
Yeah. Just a little roll. And, like,
yeah.
And, like, right as, like, he was, like, giving that speech, like, Nomad was, like, on Twitter, like, I agree with everything Bo says. And it was just popping in my mind how Willie says, every Nomad take sucks.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was like, I'm not even disagreeing with what Bo said, but it's like one of those situations where everything you're saying is technically right, but the overall is, like, so wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even think it was, like, he should have never given that interview. I mean, after he got panned so bad.
Yeah.
On, by everyone in the world.
Right.
Like, and then, like, roll him out and, like, So all I can think is like there's some sort of super genius thing going on here.
Yeah.
And like they are setting us up, you know. I mean, I think is Dana in on this, and Dana's setting up Bo Nickel versus Colby Covington on the White House card.
Ooh.
That's where my conspiracy theory goes.
Right.
But like Dana loves Colby and Bo. So like,
Does Dana love Bo? I feel like they're being kind of frosty.
yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he loves Colby.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. That this is like Dana's like, I need an American to win on the White House card. There are no Americans ranked in the top 20 in MMA right now.
Right.
So the only way to ensure an American wins on the White House card is to have two Americans go at it.
Right.
So if you go American v. American, then you're definitely going to get an American winning a match. So,
Right.
So congratulations, Bo, on being the inaugural bumbler of the Sunday Sudden Victory podcast.
We'll have to figure out how to like do bumbler accountability, but
Yeah,
figure it out.
we will have to figure that out. All right, so here's a new bit. I called it On a Run, and it was the idea here is that, like, you remember like last year when we were in Philly, like Nebraska just went on a run. I mean, they went on a crazy run where they were like the leading team, you know, into the last day. You know, there were point in times when Nebraska was. So I'm watching Michigan wrestle, and I'm like, if this team went on a run, how many All-Americans could they possibly get? You know, so this is sort of that what if scenario that everything clicks for Michigan. They hit the tournament healthy, and I came up with 6. So this is my list. So 141, Dylan Ragusin. Obviously, he's already All-American, so he can All-American. Lachlan McNeil, 4-time All-American. Just kind of didn't get to see a lot of his match. His opponent got hurt. So Lachlan, it was hard to say if he kind of gotten over his early season stuff. My wife didn't like his hair. He had it in cornrows. So Catterbone. I think I might be missing a C or something in there, but he's ranked 18th, but he's one of those super explosive guys who a lot of funk, locks up cradles, does crazy things. He could All-American. He's young. I mean, freshmen tend to be underrated unless they really.
Right.
Bo and Brockman. I think Brockman's ranked 9th right now. Yeah, so obviously it says that. And then Bo's 9th and Brock is 8th. So, I mean, they're already ranked in an All-American spot, per se, or near that.
Close.
And Tay's ranked 8th right now at Gagliardi, but he's also, I would say, at least a 50-50 to All-American at heavyweight by my calculations. So
Plausible.
I don't know. 6 AAs is the ceiling. This is sort of like a ceiling thing too, you know. I don't know if I were to say how many will they get. I don't know. I'm not super confident in Ragusin and McNeil. I'm going to make the number. They're going to get, I would set the line at 3.5. Ooh, it's hard to get 4 out of that list though.
Yeah.
That's tough. Maybe I do a line on 3. I'm going to say they're going to get 3 All-Americans at Michigan.
3. Okay.
But I think there's potential out there for 6. We shall see. What do you think? Am I crazy?
No, it's not. There's nobody on this list that's like crazy. Based on the year he's having, Lachlan McNeil, maybe he'll just be like, I've done it 4 times. I'll just do it again. So that's actually pretty compelling. He's not having the kind of year that would indicate that he's going to be an AA. But I mean, all these are bubbles. 3. We'll see. So, I hope somebody goes on a run this year. I hope somebody goes on a run.
Yeah, I kind of feel
like Nebraska did last year.
Yeah, and that somebody's you mean somebody other than like Ohio State, Oklahoma State, or Penn State.
Yeah, well, last year Penn State had all 10 wrestlers in the quarters. It was like the first time since the 80s or something. And they're not going on a run because they're like the number one team.
Right.
They're just winning. It has to be a team that kind of comes out of nowhere. There was a time pretty late in the tournament when Nebraska was still in first.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's fun. I was definitely taking pictures of that scoreboard. It was
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. It will be nice to see. I mean, Cornell's a team that could have, 6 or 7 All-Americans, right? I mean, there's a few teams out there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Stanford.
So Stanford, Lehigh.
Lehigh.
I mean, Lehigh. So yeah, so somebody hopefully will go on a run, but they can't all go on a run.
Right.
That's the thing. So anyway, keep an eye on these guys come tournament time. All right. That's it, Roy. Why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Nice. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And don't forget, toe the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.